Well, everyone, iOS 15, iOS 16.4 actually ended up coming out, so let's go and take a look at it on the iPhone XR. Now, this update is a massive one and it brings a lot of cool stuff to the table. So, for one, a lot of the newer updates are probably going to be important. So, if you're on iOS 16, I would just recommend updating. It didn't take too long to install it. I've been using the betas on basically all my iPhones for a long period of time. So, I already had 16.4 for probably a few weeks now. It's been getting better, it's been getting more stable, so that's always important. One of the cool updates within this specific update is actually the addition of a ton more emojis. So there are 21 new emojis added within this update. So that's always a really cool thing. Whenever Apple adds any more updates and any more emojis, that's awesome. So I don't know which ones they are, maybe you guys can see them online, but there are 21 new ones added, which is always so cool. Now on top of that, we now have, and this is a big thing I saw, is basically with the web applications, we now have the ability of getting notifications from those apps. So there's not a crazy amount of them available right now that are awesome, but there are some that are really cool. And essentially, Microsoft has their Xbox Game Pass one available. And essentially, if you go through and if you basically install, you add to home screen for one of those applications, you can then go ahead and essentially get notifications from those applications. So this is a big step, I think, into adding third-party support for applications, so we don't have to download them from our app stores. We're going to have to wait and see what happens, but I think that's a really cool thing Apple has done here, which, in my opinion, really makes me happy with the way Apple has approached this. Now, another thing is within phone calls, specifically when you're calling somebody, you now have the ability of enabling a voice isolation, which will basically be a cool little thing, which basically allows you to go ahead and isolate your voice in your surroundings. So now, hopefully the iPhone XR supports it. I haven't tried it on this phone yet, but I'm assuming it's available for all phones, considering that the FaceTime was already enabled like that too. There is a new feature within basically removing duplicate album and photos, and it will hopefully do videos and photos in the iCloud shared photo library, which is awesome, and a lot of cool other bug fixes and features and all those other things too. Like I said, it hasn't broken any of my phones, it hasn't broken any of my phones yet, so it's always a really good sign. But the question is, should you install this update? And as always, I would say yeah. Installing the latest update is usually the best thing to do, especially now that iOS 16 has had so much time to mature. So I would probably recommend updating to install. If you're still on iOS 15, I don't really even see why you'd want to do that. I'd probably just recommend updating as of this point. So if you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.